Big thank you to my members. If you would like to support the content, then you can do so below. I feel like I've been hearing a lot about Guild Wars 2 on the platform recently. I've been finding myself at a bit of a stalemate with MMOs. I'd played a lot of New World since it was released, but I was growing a little bit stale of it after about 1,500 hours or so. And no other MMO seems to be scratching that itch for me. But then I did have a thought. I thought Tyria. I thought about Tyria again. You know, after seeing all of these videos, I remembered how much of a good time I had when I was doing Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire. How much fun those stories were. You know, how good and how fun the combat is. I love the fact that with Guild Wars 2, it's horizontal progression, not vertical progression. I feel like, even though I haven't played in like a couple of years, that my character is still okay. He's not weak. I don't have to worry about having to like get all the next craziest gear, you know. I really enjoy that. But after coming back into Tyria, there was one thing that was bothering me. Flying mounts. My god. These things are everywhere. Anywhere you look, there is a sky scale or a griffin just flapping about, and I was getting incredibly jealous. But then that was it. That was what I was going to do. That was what I was going to dip my feet back into. I was going to go into Tyria, and I was going to try and unlock my first flying mount. So obviously, I looked up how to get the sky scale, because the sky scale is awesome, and yeah, we're not going to get the sky scale right now. But then I did have a look at the griffin, and I think I might just be able to do this. I think this might just be achievable. So that's it. I set on my quest into Tyria to go about getting my first flying mount. So firstly, I do play quite casually. I work 9 to 5, you know, so I don't have all the time in the world. But I do put in a good few hours, boys. Don't you worry about that. And due to my estimated time that it was going to take, I thought maybe around 2 or 3 days of fairly casual gaming it would take to get this griffin mount. The quest I was going to have to complete was basically broken down into 5 sections. The achievement I needed to get was called Open Skies. There were 5 sections, so Open Skies The Desolation, Open Skies Ellen Riverlands, Open Skies Desert Highlands, Open Skies Crystal Oasis, and then Open Skies Domain of Abbey. Let's talk about my little adventure through these. Firstly, there is quite a lot of eggs to catch. It's not difficult or anything, but there were a few times where I was sweating pretty hard about the landing, not going to lie. Each zone was pretty different, all very cool in its aesthetic. Once I finally collected all the eggs I needed, I was going to have to complete a few group events. These were a lot of fun. The way Guild Wars has always done its group events and how these huge bosses with pretty sweet dialogue appear, you get to fight them as a big group. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, to say the least. Some were pretty fun, and some of the events were a little tedious. To be expected, though, in some sense. After I'd done all of these, all I had to do now was some normal, nice, simple quests. Lovely. Well, it turns out not so lovely, because each of these quests I completed, I had to buy an item that was worth 25 gold. That's 2 items per zone, 5 zones, so it sent me back a pretty hefty 250 gold. Ouch. But once I had that done, once I had that done, well, it was time to go back to the beginning of where we actually accepted this quest at the very start. This is how you sort of start it over at the Spear Marshal. You place down all of the eggs and all of the little trinkets that you've collected, and it's all very nice and very pretty. And I thought, amazing, this is it. This is where I'm going to get my griffin. Well, no.
No.
Not quite. Unfortunately, we get access to another achievement. Open Skies, Sunspear, Wisdom. And in this, all we've got to do is head over to the Tomb of the Primeval King, enter and fight elite enemies for their keys to unlock chests, to get the writings from within the chests. Okay, wonderful. So now we've done that. Do we get our beautiful griffin? No, not yet. Because now we get to experience this lovely little boss, which, not going to lie, I thought I wasn't doing correctly, because I thought I was supposed to get the griffin by now. But yes, once we kill that boss, we do indeed get the griffin. And there it is. We unlock it. We get it. All in all, I had an absolute blast jumping back into Guild Wars 2. I always have a lot of fun when I jump back onto this game. And every time I jump onto the game, I always think to myself, why do I stop playing this game? This game is so fun. There's so many aspects of Guild Wars 2 that is just some of the best that I've ever seen or I've ever played in MMOs. The one thing I always struggled with is getting into PvP, but I think my time is coming and I might jump into PvP on Guild Wars 2 and actually give that a go. All in all, I have had a really amazing time coming back onto Guild Wars 2 and just messing around. I set myself out the achievement of getting the Griffin, and I managed to get the Griffin. It was a lot of fun. From the way that group events work to this game, to just even the individual quests, and more importantly, how awesome the community is, it's hard to not be enticed by Tyria, especially with all the MMO drought we sort of have going on at the moment, and have had for years anyway. So, well, maybe, just maybe, after watching this video, you will consider yourself jumping back into Tyria and playing Guild Wars 2 in 2023. I actually have been really enjoying it, and I think I'm going to continue to play a little bit more. But for now, and I might even consider trying to get the Sky Scale. I have thought about it. It does look a little rough, but I might just do it. I don't know. I might just do it. But I'm thinking Guild Wars 2 is going to be a fun game to play in 2023. That's my video for now anyway, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.